What is a port, and why do we use it? When interacting over the Internet, TCP and UDP protocols make connections, recompile data packages after the transfer, and then deliver them to applications on the recipient's device. For this handover to work, the operating system must install and open the gateway for the transfer. Each door has a unique code number. After transmission, the receiving system uses the port number to determine where the data should be sent. The port numbers of the sender and receiver are always included in the data packet. Ports are assigned sequential numbers from 0 to 65535. Some of these codes are standardized, meaning they are assigned to certain uses. Since code numbers are universally recognized and permanently assigned, these standard ports are also known as well-known ports. Registered ports are those that organizations or software developers have registered for their applications. Registration is handled by the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, IANA. A diverse selection of dynamically assigned port numbers is also available. For example, when viewing websites, browsers use these ports. After that, the phone number is free again. Why is it important to know these ports? Any security researcher, bug bounty hunter, or anyone working with service configuration would benefit from this. Knowing how to do more thorough scans, such as version detection or known vulnerabilities for ancient services that are still operating in the infrastructure, especially when using tools like NMAP, is handy when getting to know these protocols and services. Here are some important port numbers you should know. Port 7 is used for the Echo protocol, which is a protocol for debugging and measurement. It works by sending back all the data that was received from the source. The protocol works on TCP and UDP, typically on port 7. Ports 20 and 21, these ports are used for FTP, File Transfer Protocol, connections. FTP uses 2 TCP connections for communication. Port 21 is used for pass control information. And the other port, 20, is used to send the data files between the client and the server. Port 22 is used for the Secure Shell, SSH, protocol. SSH is a network protocol that allows remote access to a server. It's commonly used for secure remote administration and secure file transfer over an unsecured network. Port 23 is the default port for the Telnet protocol. Telnet is a protocol that provides remote access to communication systems and is often used for remote maintenance of networking devices. SMTP port 25 continues to be used primarily for SMTP relaying. SMTP relaying is the transmission of email from email server to email server. In most cases, modern SMTP email clients, Microsoft Outlook, Mail, and Thunderbird. Port 53 is used by the DNS, domain name system. DNS takes care of recollection of human-readable host names into numeric IP addresses. Port 80 is the port number assigned to the commonly used Internet Communication Protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. It is the default network port used to send and receive unencrypted web pages. TCP port 88 is a protocol called the Kerberos Network Authentication Service. It's part of the Kerberos protocol suite, which provides a secure way to authenticate clients and servers in a network environment. Port 443 is the standard port for HTTPS, the secure version of HTTP. HTTPS is used by websites and other online services to protect your data from being intercepted by eavesdroppers. Imagine port 443 as a secure tunnel between your web browser and a website. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, DHCP, is a network management protocol that automatically assigns IP addresses and other network configuration parameters to devices on a network. DHCP uses the UDP ports 68 and 67, with 68 used as the client port and 67 as the server port. Port 137 is utilized by the NetBIOS name service. Enabling NetBIOS services provides access to shared resources like files and printers not only to your network computers but also to anyone across the Internet. Port 445 and Port 139 are both used for authentication and file sharing. Port 445 is used by newer versions of SMB after Windows 2000 and is known as SMB over IP. Port 139 is used by printers and serial ports to connect and is known as NBT over IP.